There's actually 5 key steps that helps a company go from posting just occasionally into something that builds their authority. The first step is having clarity. See, you can't build a modern media company if no one knows what you stand for. Most brands are just loud, but they're not actually clear on what's the mission. They have things like products and features and things that they want to showcase, but not even a perspective of what they stand on. Having clarity really means that you want to define your belief of what your brand sells. You want to ask the question of what do you want people to believe after they consume your content? Because, once you know what that positioning is, what that brand clarity is, every piece of content has a direction. And this simple belief is what will keep your audience connected even when you stop posting for a week. Now, the second step is having a content engine. Now, when you start posting randomly, it's not really a strategy. You need to start a system that turns your ideas into a consistent output. Now, we call ours the Authority Content Engine, and it's basically built on one simple idea. We want to replace inspirations with infrastructure. So from the ideas, the scripting, the shooting, the editing, the distribution, the analytics, and also repeating that whole process, there's a rhythm that builds momentum. Because if your content process depends on when you feel like doing content, you're gonna get dusted by other companies. But instead, if it depends on systems and discipline, that's how most companies will win. Now, the third step, and honestly, this is one of the most important ones, is consistency. This is actually where most businesses fall off. They confuse consistency with posting every single day. It's not really about the frequency anymore. It's actually about the trust that your content provides. So modern media companies, they usually publish on a schedule, not just based on mood. They show up when they say they will on a specific cadence that you can sustain for a year or even longer. And you want to protect that cadence, right? Because when you can rely on your content, your audience are gonna start relying on your brand. But consistency actually means nothing if you're just randomly posting whenever you feel like it. Now, step number 4 is community, which in the age of AI is actually one of the best things that you can do. Some of the best media companies today don't just broadcast things digitally, they connect. Every comment they respond to, every DM, every share is a signal for them. A lot of these companies will take these signals as feedback, and these brands would want to listen. They want to take that feedback. What resonates with their audience? What do they like? What do they not like? Which one sparks conversations? And by becoming a part of your own community, you will build and turn your audience into a bigger part of your advocates for your company.